How you doing, everyone? Welcome to episode of Crypto Playboy. My name is Simo. Guys, we'll begin. Hope you like the video. Subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more content coming out. And do not forget, join the Discord. In there, you've got the best tips, the best pre-sales, and the best community in the whole world. And not only that, some massive changes coming to it in about 3 to 4 weeks' time. There's going to be traders in there giving you their daily tips on what they're doing, and you can copy trade with them. There's also going to be a DeFi section where you can learn the best liquidity pools, where to stake, and what to do with it. And there's a master leading that group. He knows what he's doing. He's a legend. Also, we're going to have NFT drops all the time, so you can check out what's coming out in the market, what's happening with this NFT, what club's good to get into, awesome NFT. We have all these airdrops going on. You're not going to miss them because they're completely free. You get free coins. Being in that group, get the free drops. And also, we're going to have some awesome features in there that you're going to love. So it's going to get bigger and better than ever. If you're in the group now, you're going to love life because guess what? Whatever you're on, stick into it. Let's get into today's episode. Okie dokie. If you guys have been living under a rock, well, then you wouldn't know about this. But if you haven't been living under a rock, well, then you'll know all about these crypto regulations. It has been all over the news for the last couple of months because people are going, what is happening? America's bringing these crypto regulations. Is it going to wreck crypto? Is it going to kill Bitcoin? Well, a lot of people say, yes, it is. And I think those people are full of shit because we know regulations, as much as it's a bad thing, it's also a good thing in the bigger picture of things. Check this out. All right. We all know this guy, Kevin O'Leary. Now, he used to bag out Bitcoin and crypto, had some mean things to say about it back in the day. Well, guess what? He loves it now. And he's saying regulations can be a great thing for it for mass adoption. All right. At the moment, old Biden here is holding back it a bit because he's a bit against crypto, doesn't love it too much. But guys like this, figures like this in the industries are saying crypto is here to stay now, and these regulations are going to help it grow huge. This was his words back in the day. This always makes me giggle a bit.
Perhaps not has been more shocking
but
than that of Mr.
he admits,
who joins us
makes mistakes, onto bigger, better things. That's why he's loaded for, because makes a mistake, moves on.
Speculation. I think it's no different than a digital game, something you might play in Las Vegas. I think there's no long-term intrinsic value in it. If you want to have fun with crypto crap.
Let me just butt in there for 1 second. Even though he called it crypto crap back in the day, he bought a lot of crypto crap then as well. In 2017, he stocked up on Ethereum and Bitcoin, even though it was crypto crap. So you can tell this man is an investor because even though he believed it was crypto crap, he still took a calculated risk on it. And guess what? No longer thinks it's crypto crap all these years later.
Put in a couple of $100, play
couple hundred, hey?
It is, sure, but it's not a real asset. I would buy crypto crap if we got the government to say.
Well, you did buy the crypto crap, just saying. That's not insulting or anything. I think he's a legend. Everything is done. But he did buy the crypto crap. So, calculated gambler. I like this man.
They can pay your taxes with it. And I got the regulators to say this is a regulated currency. None of that's happening.
Maybe he knew it was happening.
Don't have any model really for how those shares. And of course, these stars and
skip forward a bit.
Shark Tank. Kevin O'Leary joins this morning. Kevin, welcome back to the show.
Kevin.
I really recognize you with the laser eyes. What changed?
You know, it's not the first time that clip has been played back to me, I must say. So my answer to this is when facts change, I change. I mean,
that's a good man there, you see. Can admit he was wrong. I'm never wrong.
Cryptocurrencies in aggregate, not just Bitcoin, was moves made by regulators in Switzerland, where I'm an investor, France, Germany, England, and then Canada opened up. They now have 7 different financial instruments trading on their exchanges.
Do you see that? When regulations come along, even though they're a bad thing in people's eyes, and it does hit markets, things drop, people know regulations in the broader scale of things are the best thing ever because it's safer for people. And there's big institutions come along and say, haha, we can play with this market now. Legally, we can. We're legit now. This market's good for us to go. And we're not talking about like 100 pesos they're bringing into it. They're bringing in billions and trillions of dollars into a market. So when they come in, it comes in hard and fast. So these regulated markets can be awesome for crypto. When Bitcoin and everything, if you're holding some now, you're going to love life in the future. It may suck right now. Say you bought it $50,000 and you're like, oh, Bitcoin, and now it's sitting at $30,000. You're going, shit, I lost 20 grand off that. Put it away. Come back to a couple of years' time. You're going to be loving life. All right? Things like this, bigger and bigger and better. You saw in 2017, he was saying, it's crypto crap, but if it becomes regulated one day, it can become good. So he knew what would happen with these type of things. Regulations are a good thing because he's been through market and seen what happens with them. And we've seen anywhere it comes in, Sweden and that regulations, it's a good thing for it. I like hearing that because bigger and bigger things. US is huge. They're like the leaders of everything they look at as China and the US. These guys are saying it. That is saying something. So when they regulate things, they're putting that flag on the moon first saying, ready to go, follow us, people. So that is awesome to see for regulations. I know it's scary, but I do think it'll be a good thing for us in the long run. Even good old Michael Saylor here. We all know this legend. He's a Bitcoin legend now. We love him. Okay? Power to the Bitcoin people.
As a seminal event, whether it be in the next year or 2 years, that you feel really will start to fully fill in the vision you have.
But the most important point is that big tech and big finance and billions of people around the world need a digital property solution. Mm-hmm. We have a technically sound, economically sound, morally sound, politically sound path forward, and that's Bitcoin. I think people are starting to realize that now. If you're looking for catalysts,
100% they're realizing this, and these regulations help this so much. So these big institutions, and our government is seeing it, they're saying this is needed. This can change the way we live and breathe every single day. As long as we can tax it, we're more than happy to. The big institutions can make money in there. You know how they're playing markets. Look at the stock market. That's regulated. And look how rigged and dodgy it is because the big guys are in there playing the game. Now they can move into this game because it's regulated and they can do the same type of thing in there and make some crazy money in it. So that is big, big news. Other news. This is just an Aussie news I'm reading. Regulation of cryptocurrency digital assets is all over everywhere. They want to start regulating here in Australia, and you've probably seen that with your taxes if you're getting them now. They're really coming after it hard. A couple of years ago, no one is interested. They don't really care as much. Now you have to show every penny that you've made, every trade that you've done, because they know people are doing this now. They know it's becoming the future with things, and they want to track it. Wherever there's a lot of money being made, taxes have to be made, and the governments aren't making it. They've got to make sure they get their taxes, and that's what they're doing now because I see the amount of money being made in crypto and the money they can make in it. So they're going to regulate it. They're going to make it mainstream because they want to make returns as well. Taxes make the world go round for them. Okay? Always pay taxes, guys. Don't forget that. Same thing here. People are saying these regulations, they're going to help with all the losses happening out there. We got a lot of projects that rug out there or people investing in like a shitcoin, like a meme coin. Now, if you're buying crypto penises, okay, and it's got 10 trillion coins, and you buy a billion of them thinking you become a billionaire from this, well, you can't blame the project for that. You got to blame yourself because you can't expect something with 10 trillion tokens to be worth $1 each in 3-4 months' time, all right? And it's called crypto penises, wallet, whatever you want to call it. Something stupid like that. And people think they're getting rich off this, and then they complain that crypto is a scam because they've invested in that. That's why I tell people, do your research on projects, start learning, get involved in crypto, because you don't have to blame crypto for that anymore. You can blame yourself and understand, okay, that was an uneducated guess and a really bad investment. Now I'm learning what I'm doing in the market. Now I'm understanding it. Now I'm making educated guesses and calculated gambles I'm taking because I'm taking calculated risk in these projects. Okay, now you see what's happening. Now the regulations come along. Well, guess what? All the projects you've been investing in, they're good. They meet regulations and keep growing. And you're going to grow with them. That's the good thing about this. All right? Even if something's regulated, there can still be scams out there. So I don't think that's something to worry about as much either because in the industry, there's scams out there. There's scams everywhere in the world. People get emails still to this day saying, your uncle has died and you've never met him in your life, but if you hand us your details over, we'll give you his $1 million fortune. And you know what? People still send their details over to this day. Years and years this shit's been going on. Idiots are still doing it. So no matter how regulated something is, there's still be stupid people out there to screw it up. Okay? So don't stress about that. These regulations are going to be a good thing in the overall speculation of everything. Happy to hear. Every article I've read is talking about taxes and laws. That's why they need the crypto to come in because they want to tax them. They want to get the laws involved with crypto so it makes it more regulated for taxes. They want to pay you a land tax or you want to pay council rates. Well, guess what? You can do it with crypto now. That's what they want it for. Make things easy of use for them. So they make more money for themselves in the long run. This is good things. It's stacking up for us. Everyone's a hodler now. You're going to be loving life. And this is I read as well. This is happening in Little Australia. The mayor of the Gold Coast wants to introduce taxes to pay your rates. That is awesome news, because if we're doing that and we're that little country down the bottom of the world, everyone's loving this. That's happening. Man, that's going to grow bigger and bigger and better. Imagine when that gets the whole of Australia and you can pay taxes in it. The whole of America, you can pay taxes in it. People are going to blow up Bitcoin like there's no tomorrow. So these regulations can be a good thing for us. Loving it. Look at this. Countries that accept legal tender, like crypto as a legal tender. Central African Republic and El Salvador. I think if you come back to the list in about 1 to 2 years' time, you're going to see a massive lift of countries on there. Like, if that happens to the Gold Coast, well, guess what's going to happen? You'll see Australia start to get added to this list because they're going to start allowing payment for it. There's already shops out there, like business I have. You can pay with cryptocurrency there. We accept it as legal tender. That's in a small business. And imagine once the government comes along and says, you know what, this is now a legal tender statewide. That's huge, all right? And I'm looking forward to that this happens, because all those early adopters, good on you. You got in early, you made a calculated gamble on them, and you've done it. And guess what? It's paying off bigger and bigger and better than ever. The more this grows, the more people involved in it, you're going to be loving life. This is one other thing that's leading me to say crypto is going to have to grow bigger and better. Because what do we see with Australia and other countries? Cash is slowly becoming obsolete. No one uses it anymore. I know after COVID, no one uses cash at all. All my mates, none of them touch even a dollar coin in their wallets. Everyone has a card on them. When I go somewhere to buy something, $50 to me, I got to pay for something, like, oh, is that card? I'm like, no, it's cash. Like, oh, they get a shock and look at it like, haven't seen one of these in a while, because it's become more bred into people saying, nah, you don't need cash anymore. Cash is too hard. Cash isn't safe. Someone can rob you and take all that cash and disappear with it. So everyone's used to using these debit cards and credit cards now. So that's a cycle. They eliminated cash and they wore the debit cards at the same time. So, you know, here's cash cycle. Here's the debit cards and credit cards. They're crossing it over. Now it's slowly moving apart and cash is disappearing and debit card, credit cards. Now the debit card, credit cards are here. Crypto is now cycling into it. And you can see it's slowly going to be moving away. Debit card, credit cards become a thing of the past. And you'll have crypto. Just crypto, 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 crypto. That's what happens with things. Because things move with time. Like timber boats to steel boats. That's what happens. Things advance. As the technology gets better, we move with it. And that's what crypto is going to be. You know, maybe in 20, 30 years' time, there'll be something else other than crypto. But in this time, this is the narrative. It's crypto. That's what's going to happen to take things over. So when I say that, I do believe there's going to be cashless societies in Australia, because I see the cash just declining. And it's just a fact of life. It's going to happen. So when it does happen, be prepared. You're already cashed up on your Bitcoin, your cryptocurrencies. Well, guess what? You're ahead of the time. People are going to want that stuff. It's going to be scarce because you can't keep printing Bitcoin. You can keep printing this. Same type of thing. These regulations can be a great thing for the industry. So do keep an eye on it. That's some new news coming out on the 7th of June, which is like today pretty much. So wait and see what they have to say. The US does do that. Man, Bitcoin can go pumping, because some people are going to love that news, but it does have that chance of dumping as people create that FUD first. But after that FUD, you can see things turning around for it. And really, in the long term, I do think this is going to be great for all of crypto. Mass adoption is the way to go. Crypto for life. So if you're in it now, guys, keep getting into it, stay in it, believe in it, and every single day, live and learn crypto. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, everything else. See you later.